And them lesbians they attached.
Bull daggers.
Yeah.
Y'all sound like my mama, man. Stop.
That's the shame of it,
that.
right?
We used to call them that.
Yeah, that was what they called them back in the day. Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to get canceled,
We
Bishop.
were shocked, though. We never thought they'd be pretty as Queen Latifah.
What's up, everybody? Listen, we got a special episode of Glad TV. We got our main man, new friend, comedian Marcus D Wiley. What's going on, man?
God bless you, son.
Bishop.
And we got Bishop. I forgot to talk about
It's all right. I'm not important.
Hey, you're important to me. All right. We love you. The people at home love you too.
Since when? I know they love me, but you don't. Since when, son, are you really saved yet?
I've been saved.
How long you been saved? Since I met you?
Yes.
That's teaching. That's wrong teaching. You ain't been saved since I met you. Whose name you went under?
I actually got baptized twice. First time was Jesus, and then Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Oh, you got baptized 2 times too many. Got to be saved before you go under the water. All right, go ahead.
Before you?
Yeah.
What?
You go down a dry devil, wake up a wet devil. Water don't save nobody.
You right.
You know how many people die falling into the tub screaming Jesus after they beat their wife? You telling me he went to heaven? He ain't go to heaven. He went straight to hell.
Why you go so deep into stuff like that?
That was well. I mean, you make a lot of sense. I think that's why people like you. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
But enough about you.
Yeah. That's right.
We,
What is D? Marcus D. Is it Derek Desmond?
Oh, don't ask. I mean, it was I just put it out there.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think it'll be a big trivia question later in life.
Okay.
Right now, it's just D.
It's just D. Marcus D. Wiley. Oh, Marcus D. Wiley.
Yeah.
Or it
Like
could be
the only one.
It could be these.
These?
These.
I got grandsons, sir. I know what you're saying. You pushing me. Go on with the interview.
Well, listen. I got a few questions here, as you know.
Sure.
And I just, just gonna spitball it. Right. Gotta get my words together. I don't want to ask you anything somebody else asked you. I want it to be like fresh and stuff.
ahead.
So I'm gonna ask you, how long you been doing comedy?
22 years. Started September the 20th, 2002.
You telling me nobody else ever asked him that? You just asked. You said you're gonna say a significant question. I'm glad you answered that, but I'm sure after 22 years of comedian, you've been asked how long you've been comedian.
You got the present participle of the past tense of
The present participle of the past tense. Come on.
He used the word wrong. You preached though.
You know what always past, present, and future is hell. You don't say Helen, held, or nothing. It's hell.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but his word shall. Even hell gonna be swallowed up in the lake.
Oh, y'all are saved. I ain't gonna even lie. Both y'all.
I'm just saying.
Y'all saved.
He don't think I'm saved.
No, I don't.
Well,
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
where you get a card from? When this happened? I'm the host.
So it's all right. Well, you get the
Okay, go ask your questions.
So how was the drive here? Because as a preacher, I judge the church based on who they send to pick me up or what drunk deacon they got coming. So was the drive here adequate, or did you?
The drive here was good. Now, typically, I'm like that too, Bishop, because people come pick me up.
Yeah.
The first thing they want to do is put on Christian music.
Mm-hmm.
But I monitor them because I see they not singing the music, which lets me know they only put that station on when I got in. Yeah, cut it back on the hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm with that too.
That's like when you go to the Chinese buffet and they start looking at the dough when you walk in and then asking, you got cash? I mean, you didn't ask Jonathan and Becky if they had cash.
Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy.
Yeah. That's good. I do the same thing.
Yeah, but the drive was good. Yeah, y'all send like a saved thug to come get me.
I knew Tim was on the right track.
So you like a Peter.
Saved thug. That's okay.
yeah.
Peter was a saved thug.
You gonna take what I just said?
Yes, Peter was a saved thug. Go ahead.
Well, where your card go?
It's in my.
I didn't even see you pop it in that pocket.
Yeah, it's in there.
You got another question? Go ahead.
How was the trip? All this fog. How was the turbulence? It was a turbulence. All right.
People always ask, how was the flight? And I tell them, anytime it land, it's a good one.
That's right.
That's good.
So,
Except with the rapture, you don't want to land.
That's so true. You anointed to respond. You about to grab the card again? Is that
Are
how
you ready?
talking?
I'm ready for my next question.
Hold on. Well, I'll ask a question.
Bible say, write the vision, make it plain. You should have wrote it down.
It's okay. What do you remember your first time like getting on stage?
Yeah.
And your first joke? Was it like love at first sight, or it was rough coming out?
no.
Pause.
I never really had a...
That's
I've never been booed. I've
That's a
never
blessing.
ever.
That's
I've
a
never been
blessing.
booed. You know, it's been some, I'm gonna say, some rough nights in the
Okay.
beginning.
Yeah.
But not rough where it was discouraging.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But never been booed. But I think how it started for me, actually, I worked on staff at a church.
Okay.
So this is how it started.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to get a raise from the church. They reneged on the raise. And I called my wife. I said, yo, give me a 2 weeks letter. I'm out of here. They ain't valuing what I bring, all that type of stuff. And so she did that. At the time, I was director of events. What events were at this church, Bishop,
Yeah.
I do the revival. They had one revival every year. You do all the single events, married events. They have to come through me, and I put them together.
Oh, okay.
And so I had this award that we were doing. So when I quit the church, I was going to not do the award, but I did it anyway. Stayed on. Hosted that award. A lady out there owned a coffee shop. Thought I was a comedian. Called the church and was like, yo, I want that guy that hosted that show to do something in my coffee shop. And they was like, who? They was like, she was like, the comedian. They was like, Marcus ain't no comedian. She was like, but he was funny. Give me his number. They gave her my number. She got in touch with me. I told her I'm not a comedian. She said, well, man, I had $500.
Okay.
At the time at the church, I'm making $1,200 a month.
Oh God.
She gonna give me $500 for 30 minutes at this coffee shop.
Yeah.
Sound like God.
Now I'm not good at math.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm fantastic with money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I knew, this something. So I went tried it, and then did the show. 3 days later, I know you're gonna love this. 3 days later,
Yes.
yes. 3 days later, lady calls back and say, "Hey, people here loved you. We want to do this once a month. And I'm gonna pay you $750 every third Friday." And it's been on since then.
Who she thinks she is with all these threes?
Third Friday, 3 days later.
3 days later, yeah.
Yeah.
That sound like God for real.
Hey,
Yeah.
And now you here. How many years was it again?
22.
22 years. 22 years ago.
Yeah, 22.
It's your turn for a
And
question.
you've never been booed.
Never been booed, but I haven't put myself in the booing positions either, though.
Okay.
You know, like I've never done open mics. I think that's stupid to go do your material in front of other comedians.
Yeah.
And now they just taking your material.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't
That's
never
not
heard it like that.
That's not a real captive audience.
Yeah.
You know, it's like preachers watching preachers preach. It's like you can't really enjoy it because you're trying to see where.
When they gonna throw off? yeah. That's
Yeah.
that. I don't go
Preacher, if they got a bigger platform, they definitely gonna preach your sermon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't enjoy preaching.
Yeah.
I don't. It
You don't
vexes
enjoy
me.
preaching or
I don't enjoy hearing people preach. I
Yeah.
don't, because it's too. If the Bible say preach the whole counsel, and you can't preach the whole counsel unless you like. I think it was on Isaiah.
the whole council.
The whole counsel. You can't.
Whole.
The
Whole.
whole counsel.
Oh, you gotta say that L.
You can't preach the.
The whole council is crazy.
But let me tell you something. The holes are addressed in the counsel. You want to go there? We can go there. You can't preach all of it unless you eat the whole roll.
The brittle.
I
Yeah,
dare you to say pause on it. Call cause thy belly to eat. It's in the book.
It's in the book. You preaching.
in the book.
Yeah, so I don't enjoy watching people preach
Yeah.
because it's like watching a car accident.
Yeah.
You know somebody gonna die. You just know it. Can't do it.
Yes, sir.
Well, my grandfather used to say this. He said he had a joke that but it's a scary joke.
Okay.
It's funny when you think about it. It's deep, pause, but it's scary. He said there's a man in hell running around
Yes.
on fire.
Oh, I love this.
Like
dude.
he's on fire.
Yes,
running
he
around
is.
looking
I
under
remember
stuff,
that.
searching, lifting under rocks, and demons are looking at him like, hey, man, you're going to be here for a while. Sit down. Burn. What you looking for? And the man that's burning said, I'm looking for that preacher that said I was okay.
Yeah. Because you know he there.
Right.
On the
Because he
way.
got to be there. Because if I'm burning, he said I was all good.
I never heard that one.
Yeah.
I like that.
First time I heard you say something right. you had to be quoting your last pastor. I understand. Let me see what I have here.
Bishop, you remind me of my grandfather, man.
Do I, son?
You do. He preached. He's an old school fire and brimstone
Yeah.
pastor.
Yeah, it never cooled down.
Yeah, never.
No.
He preaches. He a good dude.
Yes.
But he preached for no love.
No love.
Yeah, ain't no love in there.
Jesus had all that.
Yeah.
Well, tell him about
Everybody going to hell.
I found out because I was preaching to a group of people who an alternative lifestyle.
Yeah.
Most of them was gay and crazy, and they said, Bishop, you don't have no love for us. I said, no, you don't want love. You want to be left alone. And what's interesting is, since I love you, I can't leave you alone. You understand?
That's
Yes,
good.
sir.
You know, it's about
Yeah. Yeah.
you can't handle it.
I'm with you.
I don't want you, going into, and them lesbians they attach.
Bull daggers.
Yeah.
Y'all sound like my mama, man. Stop.
That's
We
the
used to
name
call
of
them
it,
that.
right?
We used to call them that.
Yeah, that was what they called him back in the
Yes.
day. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to get canceled,
We
Bishop.
were shocked though. We never thought they'd be pretty as Queen Latifah. Never thought a bull dagger ever be that beautiful. So now you got a really fast.
But Bishop. Bishop. Oprah Winfrey, not Oprah Winfrey. Whoopi Goldberg's not a bull dagger.
No, she not.
Never
I remember
been.
Whoopi came to my church before she had did Color Purple the first time. She came to my church and heard the full gospel, and she went to Hollywood. Yeah, so you could tell she that till I do right by you. That's reap what you sow. That's do unto others as you would have them. They done made it witchcraft. You know they're saying holiness is hoodoo. Have you heard that before? Get TikTok. Get TikTok. They're saying laying hands, all that stuff is an African cult religion. I said, look at that.
It's a mess.
Have you heard that?
It's a mess. It's a mess.
They coming after us.
They trying to.
I enjoy it. As long as I'm here, I'm a fight.
Yeah, you got to.
Absolutely.
You got any more questions?
I do.
You know you can leave the card out, Bishop. You don't have to. It's not a pistol.
So you're on tour right now. How's the tour coming?
Tour is good. The tour is good.
You're not like Michael Jackson? I hate the tour. You happy to be going places.
Well, he probably was toured out
Yeah, probably.
by then. But
Yeah.
I'm giving the churches a break. Coming out of COVID, I toured in 22 and 23, 2 different shows.
Yeah.
And so I'm giving the churches a break. I'm out with my guy Ali Sadiq.
Ali, when did he get out?
He's
Remember Ali? He was in jail last time I saw him.
yeah. He had to go sit down for a while.
Have to go sit down.
But he out doing well.
Praise
doing
God.
a theater tour.
See, you can't be afraid of prison. All of us went.
Yeah.
Just get out.
Just get out.
That's right. My daughter Denise went.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm giving the churches a break, and because I'm working on my next quote unquote tour, it'll be in 2025, called Church Hurt. Yeah.
That's something.
Ain't that something?
I can't wait to hear it. Son.
It's gonna be pretty tough.
That I'm giving the church a break felt something to me.
It feels like
I've been gave them a break. I said, when God leave, why I gotta go? That's true. God ain't invited in church no more. When he come in there, that's when they act crazy.
Well, I mean, but we got
that.
fog machines.
Yeah, I know. That's to replace the Shekinah. See, it's all being pretend. Now we playing pretend. Yeah.
Fog machines. Yeah,
that
these
stuff.
churches dark now.
Yeah,
I
real
mean, when
dark.
I go perform, it's real clubbish with the fog machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question: what's the difference? Speaking on that, great segue. What have been the differences between the audience?
It's really no difference. Most
Now,
people
that's a shame.
yeah,
Right there.
Most people who, when I'm performing in a comedy club or a theater, they know something about church. They've been to church, or they mad at church, so they have some type of association with church, and so I have no problem. Actually, that crowd is a little better because they able to see the light a little clearer than those that's already in there. You know, people in there, they already kind of know, or they think they know. But those, they be like, yo, so you're really more effective, or I'm really more effective in those arenas.
Can I respond to that if you don't mind?
I got something to say.
Next.
I just hope you're going to say what I'm about to say.
I'm not going to say what you're about to say. So you were saying that the audience compared to the church in a comedy club,
He said they could see the light.
can see the light a little bit better in you. I wanted to say, the problem, I think, with church folk, because we want to separate them from saints, church folk
Okay.
can be in church and not Christian.
Okay.
Church folk.
Church folk. Yeah.
They look
with
at the light so long that they can't even identify light. They blinded. And you know why that is? If the Bible say you the light of the world, then why y'all the light of the church?
Well, you said something there, son. I'm shocked.
I'm just saying.
I'm
It
shocked.
seems like everybody wants to be a light amongst other lights. That's pointless.
If I may add an appendix to that.
Appendix.
Appendix, the end of the book.
In the end of the book.
Yeah.
That's good.
You read a little bit more. You'll find out what I'm saying. The only people impressed about a flashlight are those in darkness. You're shining where there's already light. If you're the light of it, like you said, go in the dark and shine it.
Yeah.
But you can't do it because it's still addicted to gin, sex, and gambling.
Them three.
It's alcohol, sex, and money.
Yeah.
That's really what destroys all the bishops. Alcohol, sex, and money.
How did you make it, Bishop?
I had my scandal. I had some issues.
Well, hold a minute. Hold on. Let's, because it's a perfect segue. Let's try to guess your scandal. And then you tell us if we right or wrong. It was with a woman. Her name had to be like with a couple syllables. Hattie Mae. Clementine.
You making fun, but Hattie Mae and Mary Sue and all them were the beautiful girls.
The extra, like the first
In
name.
my
was three.
day, names didn't matter how they looked. Susie Pearl was fine.
Yeah.
Now you got Beyonce, who's okay.
She's beautiful.
That's a lot to do before she get beautiful. She got a lot of hair on that head that's not grown. She got a glam team. I'm not being mean. That Kelly Rowland, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of beauty, but some of it's bought. Mary Sue and Percy, Hattie Mae, they didn't buy nothing.
They natural.
It was greens and hammocks
True, but
and picking that cotton.
I have yet to see. Now you correct me if I'm wrong. I have yet to see a baddie Imogene.
Well, you're not from my day and time. Imogene now is on cocaine. I'm talking about before, back in the day, Dorothy Dandridge time, when cocaine was only in Coke. Remember that? Well,
I remember the history.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, that's
You said Dorothy Dandridge.
Yes. Gorgeous.
Dorothy.
Dorothy was gorgeous.
She white, huh?
No, Dorothy was
Dorothy
black. Yeah, just like
I did see the movie.
No, that was Halle Berry. Dorothy was black.
But I mean, she was black.
Yes,
though, I'm
yes.
saying.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's all I'm saying. Tell me that was Halle Berry.
Yes, Dorothy was black as my shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She knew what a hot comb was.
She did. So, quick question. How is your comedy balancing with Ali Sadiq's?
So he's Muslim.
Now I told that boy not to do that. Oh, Jesus.
He Muslim, and I'm of course Christian. And you know, man, my one of my college roommates was Muslim, and so I had opportunity to kind of, you know, because me growing up, it was just they were looked upon as they don't believe in.
It should be those kids.
They don't believe in Jesus.
Yeah, on their way to hell. Yeah.
They don't believe. And I remember when I took my roommate to my grandfather, who's also a pastor. I took him over there, and first thing my grandfather, I was there, son, what church you go to?
Yeah.
And so my roommate named Keelan, he was like, oh, I don't go to church. I'm Muslim. I go to, you know, mosque. We have Jumu'ah. So my grandfather was like, come here, Ma.
Yeah.
So we go in the back. He say, man, what are you doing? Being with him, he don't believe in our God. He said, well, y'all not equally yoked. I said, we roommates. We not getting married.
Yeah, y'all roommates. That's right.
We just roommates.
Right.
But, you know, I would go to Jumu'ah because he would invite me. And I would invite him to church. He would come.
Yeah.
So we really kind of broke the there over there and there over there. And kind of brought it together a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to change him. He wasn't trying to change me.
Yeah.
But, you know, just exposure to,
Right.
you know, and he come to church on Easter just in case. You know, never know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a good dynamic, man. Dude, Ali, he like me with him. You know, I'm more of a thinker and good perspective and just, you know, good people. I ain't around here. I don't have any vices as it relates to, you know, what was you saying?
The women, money, and sex.
Money, sex.
Oh, no, and what was the other one?
You did two.
Alcohol.
Yeah, I'm
Women,
good.
money, alcohol.
I'm good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm glad to hear that you keep it, that you found a camaraderie with Brother Sadiq.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I used to do that. You know, you had the right idea with your other friend too, y'all. Where you would go, and you would take him. You know, if you can do with me, I can do it with you. But the issue is,
Bishop.
honestly, I didn't know any other way to say that.
Don't say it. Don't say it. So
If I could go to your church,
If you
could go to my church.
Yeah.
there you go. That was
But
easy
here's the issue,
to
son.
say.
Okay.
The issue is, but back in my day, it really wasn't a fair gamble because my church the church was saved.
Okay.
You could bring a Muslim and the Holy Ghost knock him out. Now, you bring a Muslim, he might get hit on by the deacon.
Yeah, deaconess.
No, I said what I said. It's not a fair gamble anymore.
Oh, how times have changed.
It's interesting, though, how the Muslims ain't changed that much.
That's so true.
It's all right. I know Farrakhan. Me and Farrakhan used to hang out. Yeah, we used to hang out. He was bold, but you know.
Well, Farrakhan, a lot of people don't know, is a masterful violinist.
What do you mean a lot of people don't know that? He show it all the time. He's very proud. He's proud of what he do. He don't hide nothing. We've heard him plucking them strings. I've seen it.
You play the instruments, Bishop? Okay. Do you play any instruments or?
No, I didn't get the instrument. I always wanted to play the keys. Tried the drums a little bit. You know, growing up in church, my daddy made me just, hey man, the drummer not here, get on him.
Yeah.
You know, he think the Holy Ghost just gonna hit, man.
He used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them ain't got.
You said he used to?
He used to.
Even if I didn't practice?
Yeah, he used to do it. I've seen a drunk get on the drums and get saved.
Yeah.
Bop. I've seen the Holy Ghost teach a mother how to do a harmonica who had asthma. Telling you. I don't know what's happening now.
Familiar spirits.
What?
A familiar spirit. The form of godliness. That's what.
Yeah, stay in the New Testament. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead, Bishop. You took your card out.
So I just saw the Cat Williams has just lost his mind again in public. But I will say this: I've always said it. Preachers have backslidden so much that comedians got a fire under their tail. They only other people with a mic. You got preachers, politicians, and comedians with a mic.
You know, you're right, actually, because you got preachers that compromise.
Yeah.
And you got comedians fighting to keep that art form legit.
Yeah.
To be able to say how they feel.
To be able to say what they want to say like we used to back in the 60s. We could preach, call you, we go sissy to your face. Nothing would happen. You one-legged on your way to hell, bulldag and sissy. We can say all that stuff. We can't say none of that. We can't even call you black.
Right. You can't even, you can't even.
I can, but you know,
Right.
if you want to, see, I don't care about members or nothing. I don't care nothing about
You don't care about members.
I don't care nothing about
Nothing
that.
about being counseled.
I got my own job, but my money comes from me and Charlene. I don't, and as long
Charlene,
as,
your wife?
Yes, my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's at home cooking now. Bed made. Ready for me to come home. It's when she get out of whack that I get nervous. As long as she right, I don't care what devil don't like me.
I hear you. You got a good support system.
Yeah. I do.
You had a question. You brought up Cat Williams.
Yes. So it seems like the comedians have been anointed to open their mouth and just talk. No matter who it offends, you know, some of it could be true. Yeah. But I must just say, I don't know all of it to be true, but it was just very refreshing to see somebody get up and not care what come out their mouth.
Yeah.
I grew up in that type.
Yeah.
I grew up in that era where you could say, listen, let me tell you something. That's why they elected Trump. He got up there and called Nancy Pelosi a big-headed black, she's white.
Yeah, she.
She called her something out of her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy, the head of the house, right? Yeah. We ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
Barack was nice all the way through.
Yeah.
Trump
they called
come
it
up.
Christ-like.
Yeah. Obama. Yeah, he was drunk. Yeah, he thought he was. Yeah. Him and his pastor up in Chicago. Yeah, I knew them too.
But yeah, you talking about how Cat.
Yeah, just open his mouth and just talk.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Man, when I was in college, one of my professors, Dr. Lewis Brown, he said there's going to come this time of this thing called the information age.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was halfway paying attention because the school I went to was 16 females to every one male. So I was, enjoying what they call riotous living. You familiar?
I am.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, we're in it now. Mm-hmm. I've never seen men talk so much. I remember when men used to, you couldn't get men to talk.
Yeah.
And now they put it out there. And so, you know.
Yeah, that was hard. You're right.
Pause.
You're with
I mean, because I knew
that
what he
was
getting ready.
complicated.
Yeah.
Listen,
it was very hard to get men back in when I was preaching.
Just pick your
first,
words wisely.
He said, men don't.
You just said the sissy, bulldag, and the bishop. Now, pick your words. That is crazy.
All right, son.
All right.
When I was first pastoring, you said it's hard back in them days, it was hard to get men to speak. It was. I couldn't get them to say, I'm a sinner. I want to be saved. I couldn't get them to repeat after me. It was just, I'd open your mouth. You got to confess with your mouth.
Yeah,
that's Romans 10.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is a waste of time.
Waste of time.
I don't need you to be saved. Go on to hell. But yes, you said they talking now.
They talking now. Mm-hmm. And it's oversharing. And just because they talking, that don't mean that they're talking right.
Yeah.
That don't mean that they're talking real or talking facts. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody have their truth, their side of, you know, whatever. They talking more now just out of emotion and feeling.
Oh, that sounds like pastors to me. That sounds just like what I just saw last Sunday.
Yeah.
Looking, if you follow them with the book, they're not in it.
They're not in it.
They're not in it. But it sure sound good.
You said, wait, that ain't there.
No.
Wait, that ain't there. You're right.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So, you know, the thing for me with that interview, he just seemed a little hurt.
Yeah, he hurt.
You know, seemed a little hurt, and not saying that maybe some of the stuff was not true, but definitely it's his truth.
Yeah, it is.
I don't mean it was the whole truth.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing but the truth.
Yeah,
it wasn't all that.
Well, you know, they used to say a half truth is a whole lie.
They did used to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say a half truth is an opinion,
Okay.
and truth don't have an emotion. There's real emotion in that interview too.
Oh yeah.
So that's that little hurt part.
That is true. Truth don't have an emotion.
Yeah.
That's why the Bible say when you get that account in the last days, he's just gonna say, "Depart." Ain't no tears coming out of God.
Yeah.
Now you gonna cry your behind off. Hey, truth.
I ain't gonna do it.
Goodbye. God is cold. I tell you,
God
I warned to
is
say,
cold.
I warned to say,
Boy.
he's not human.
Yeah.
He's not like what we think.
No, he's not.
Sitting there crying blood, tears.
Yeah.
Some of us crying, family fell apart and all that stuff, but God laughing
He laughs at
the day of our calamity. When it fall with things, especially if he told you, don't marry that woman. He told you, don't marry that man. You begged him.
tell me none of that.
Talking about what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
well, look at the camera. You looked at me and said he told you not to marry that man.
I never understood saints praying for husbands and wives.
Yeah.
Okay, what you got to say about that?
What are you doing? That's a wasted prayer. Pray for yourself. Why don't you get your behind tight?
Pause.
Listen, you,
That one didn't even have nothing to do with what you said. Get your behind tight is crazy.
But no, you want a husband and you want a wife, and you have no patience. You don't answer the phone.
yeah.
You don't respond to a text into 2 days to your friends.
Yeah.
You think just because you got some pretty mama in your bed, you're going to respond quick?
Yeah.
That'll run out after a week. Trust and believe. I've been married 50 years.
It's funny you say that. I just got off tour. My tour was called Marriage is Major Surgery.
Sure is.
Yeah, I took it from, you'll like this, Bishop, I was in the Bible.
Yeah. That's a good place to be.
It's a good place to be.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times people think when God put man and woman together, it was at a wedding.
Yeah.
But in Genesis, it was a surgery.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and I know it was major because anytime you need anesthesia,
That's good.
it's serious.
Oh, you've been preaching a while.
Oh, yeah, you with me?
They call them, the world may call them jokes, but that's revelation. Trust and believe it's revelation.
Yeah.
Go ahead, son.
So, you know, just...
I'm eating.
So it's just surgical, you know, and
Hippopotamus.
a point of my, I think my point in all the jokes was that, you know, I think marriage is the closest thing where we kind of see how God feel. I think marriage is the only entity that kind of show you, if you want to see what God go through, get married.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the scripture, but I don't know what part of the Bible. But
I help you
but
out.
know
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead. Give me
He
the
said he
synopsis.
married to the backslider.
That's what he said.
said that.
That's what he said,
He hate
right?
divorce too.
Yeah, and so he basically, so he basically telling you that he hooked up with us, married us,
That's right.
already knowing he gonna spend the rest of his life forgiven.
Yeah.
Wow.
Already, off top,
Yeah.
off rip,
Now,
like.
I'm supposed to laugh at this?
No.
Or am I supposed to shout? Because this is something else.
But listen, what I'm saying, I have jokes around it, but
Okay.
this is just stuff.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
meat.
just giving you the, you know,
Pause.
because
Y'all taking all the sanctified colloquialisms.
but yeah, so
Too much meat to be given.
You talking good, son.